guys notice from doing Project Deaf Awareness?
First off, I noticed from Project Deaf Awareness that some teachers or other people, for example, aren't as accepting as the deaf culture as you would think. Yeah.
Okay, anybody else?
I noticed people kind of thought you were rude when you didn't talk back.
I learned that people would rather like not talk to you at all than like try to understand you.
Mm-hmm. What did you realize by doing this project?
I realized that as hearing people, we really rely on our voices.
Oh, okay.
I realized how awkward most situations can be when you can't respond.
Mm-hmm.
I realized the struggles that deaf people have to go through every day, especially since they can't hear, and like in school where it's based on a teacher mostly lecturing for a whole part of the class, it can be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So what I realized from this project is how often I rely on hearing. Like, I often won't look at people when I talk to them, or when they talk to me. I mostly just like look at different direction, like my phone. And so, but for to be deaf and to have to like show other people like what I'm saying, it like really made me focus on them and focus on the world around me more, I think.
I think what people can do in the classroom, just come with welcome arms and and just welcome people into, just ask people how they're doing and stuff like that, and maybe you'll find somebody who's deaf, and then that'll make them feel included instead of them being like outsiders.
Basically like don't like this project helped me because like people is gonna get frustrated with somebody that's deaf and they can't understand what people are saying, but then again you just gotta work with them and just try to get on the same page with them and probably just work with them outside of classrooms and put extra work in so then you can help them.
This project helped me to see what it's like to be deaf and like how it feels and how other people treat you, and it really shows that deaf people are kind of just like normal people. It's just the way that hearing people treat deaf people, which isn't very nice. They treat them like, I felt like dumb in a way, and I felt really different, and I feel like it shouldn't be like that. They should be treated as normal people.
By doing this project, I really learned how you can kind of disappear and go unnoticed when you don't use your voice in an all-hearing culture. Just how I found in my project, if I just kind of didn't speak or didn't like listen to people when they talked, I would just kind of be ignored, and I think that was really interesting.
Project for me was a really positive one with my teacher, because at first he got really frustrated with us, like because I had other students with me, but then towards the end he adapted to communicating in a different way, and it was really cool seeing that.
How did Project Deaf Awareness make you feel?
I kind of felt sad because this is like what deaf people have to go through on a daily.
Yeah, it really put into perspective what deaf people have to go through every day.
Yeah, it just kind of made me feel self-conscious because like it's weird to do something that everyone around you isn't doing.
What can we do to better support the deaf community?
I think things should be more accessible for deaf people, and that ASL should be more commonplace.
We should be open to like the different languages, as well as better represent them in the media.
I think that people should learn American Sign Language so that we can help others communicate.
I learned that a lot of people live different ways, and we have to learn to accept that, and we can't judge people just the way that we perceive them, and we have to see and think about what they have to live through.
My name is Adrian Fullerton, and I was deaf for the day. I had to do a group project today, and it was hard to communicate with my friend, and so I mainly just wrote down the problems and the answers, and during lunch it was hard to communicate with my friend as well, and it made me feel kind of rejected, and some people looked at me weirdly, and I kind of feel bad for how deaf people feel like every day, so yeah.
What I learned from this was that it's a lot harder than it looks to be deaf, because you can't, well, first of all, you can't really talk to anybody, and you can't like listen to what others have to say, or like it's a lot harder than you would think it is at first. But I have a lot more respect now for anyone that is deaf and learns sign language.
It made me sad and angry to see how people were too quick to judge on others' disabilities.
We can learn from this project to not always judge a book by its cover and to probably be more respectful of everyone.
Project Deaf Awareness made me feel frustrated and kind of helpless because everyone around me didn't know how to respond to me being deaf, and my teachers and others were frustrated at me, and they as time went on, they kind of adapted to it, which was good. Other people can learn from this is to be more empathetic and compassionate towards others, because everyone has their own struggles